All right, let's dive right into this modes lesson, shall we? All right, today the only chord you'll be playing is a C major. How about that? Easy, right? It is. Let's keep going. Okay, if you look above you, you're going to see that I've got three key signatures written out. I've got the key of C, the key of G, and the key of F. Major, all three, of course. Okay, so we need to figure out in each one, where does the C major chord fall? Take a look at the key of C major. Okay, this is pretty easy. Can you find a C major there? And tell me which Roman numeral you see next to it. All right, the answer is obviously it's the 1 chord. C major is the 1 chord in the key of C. Okay, let's divert our attention to the key of G above you. All right, look there. Tell me where you see that C note. C chord. Same thing, actually, in this regard. Where do you see it number-wise? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. The answer is it's the 4 chord. In the key of G major, the 4 chord is C major. Okay, let's keep on going. Next key, key of F major. What number is the C chord on? The answer is the 5. In the key of F major, C is the 5 chord. So to review very quickly, the C major chord appears in 3 different key signatures. In the key of C, which is the key of 0 sharps and 0 flats, it is obviously the 1 chord. In the key of G, C major is the 4 chord. In the key of F major, C major is the 5 chord. Okay, if you look above you, you will see the C major key signature and scale. So the notes of a C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, and you've got the tab right there for that as well. Very easy. Okay, if you look at the key of G major, you can see that the notes are G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. Okay, and then in F, it's F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E. Okay, so those are the 3 major scales above. The key of C, the key of G, and the key of F. All right, in a second I'm going to put a drum beat on with a C major chord playing. The only notes I want you to be able to play are C, D, and E. Check it out. C, D, E. All right, I'm not going to do much. I just want you to hear what they sound like. So I want you to tell me now, you have just played, and so have I, the notes C, D, and E, and that was over a C major chord. So C is in 3 different keys. So which key are we in? I just told you a piece of the puzzle. I played the notes C, D, and E. So which key has those 3 notes above? Take a look. All right, if you need more time, pause it. But the answer is it could be any of the 3. Because the notes C, D, and E fit in the key of C, in the key of G, and the key of F. All right, let's keep going. Let's let's add a G note. All right, let's play that with the Okay, so C, D, E, G. Which key are we in now? Surely you've got enough information. You're probably thinking, don't call me Shirley. All right, so key of C. You've got those notes above. Does C, D, E, and G fit? Yes, they do. Look at the key of G above you. Do the notes C, D, E, and G fit there? Oops, yes, they do. All right, key of F. Do the notes C, D, E, G fit? Yes, they do. Sorry to have to tell you that. We still don't know what key we're in yet, but we are playing safe notes. Okay, we're going to add, what did we just do? We did this. Now we're going to add an A, and then the C again. Okay, some of you are looking at this thinking, I know the scale. That is, you're probably saying that's an A minor pentatonic scale, and you are wrong. The reason you're wrong is this is a C major chord we're playing over. So we are playing C major pentatonic. What is the difference? It's a matter of definition. So it's the exact same letter names, C, D, E, G, A. If you're playing it over a C major chord, that is C major pentatonic. And if you're playing it over an A minor chord, it's A minor pentatonic. They have a very different sound because the chord is dictating what it sounds like, even though it's the same notes. You also have different safe notes, but that's for another video. We'll talk about that another time. So let's go ahead and play that with the recording. We have just played an I almost did it wrong. A C major pentatonic. Tell me which key are we in? C, D, E, G, A. Okay, look above. Could that be in which key? All right, pause it if you need to. And you can already tell. It's still, we don't know. It could be in any three of those keys. The pentatonic scale is in all three. Okay, so it's time to add another note. We're going to take this scale. We're going to add an F note right here. So we've got on the third string C to D, second string E, F, G, first string A to B. Sorry, A to C. Okay, let's play that over the thing. So, we have played C, D, E, F, G, A, C. C, of course, I said twice. Okay, what key do those notes fit in? Could it fit in the key of C major? The answer is yes, it does fit in there. Does it fit in the key of G major? The answer is no, because that F note does not belong anywhere in a G major key. That would make it, it needs to be an F sharp note, is what I'm trying to say, to be in the key of G major. Okay, do those notes fit in the key of F? The answer is yes, they do. C, D, E, F, G, A, and C again, they all fit in the key of F. All right, let's go ahead and add a B note. So check it out. You're probably thinking that sounds a lot like a C major scale. You are correct. It is. So we have just played a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Okay, you can probably already tell which key this fits in. The answer is the key of C major. Why does it not fit in the key of G major? Because that F natural is a problem. It has to be F sharp to be in the key of G. Why does this not fit in the key of F? Because we have a B natural we're playing right here. In the key of F, it has to be a B flat. Okay, so we are playing a C major scale and we're playing it over a C major chord. So in other words, we are treating the C major chord being played as if it's the one chord of a particular key. The only place where C is the one chord in these major keys is the key of C major. This is why we are playing Ionian. It doesn't just mean that we're playing a scale. It does not matter which note you start on. It matters that your notes come from the selection of C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And it also matters that you're playing it over a C major chord. And this is a little further down the road, but there's also a thing called modal chord progressions, which we'll get to in another one. For now, let's say it has to be a C major chord for you to play Ionian over. In this case, to play C Ionian, you have to play the notes from a C major scale over a C major chord. And again, you don't have to start on any particular note. Don't let anyone tell you that's the case. It also doesn't matter where you played on the neck. All right, it is time to play these notes. C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and C again. All right, can you tell me which key of those three do all those notes fit in? C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B. All right, positive you need to, but the answer is it's the key of 1 sharp, the key of G. So if we play a C major chord, if we have a C major chord playing and we play those notes, we are doing what's called playing Lydian. It has a very dreamy, heavenly sound to it. Let's go ahead and hear that for a second with the chord. Here we go. So you can see it has a very dreamy kind of sound. So when you play those notes, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, you are playing C Lydian. That means that we are treating the C chord that's being played as if it's the 4 chord, like it's derived from the key of 1 sharp. That's why we're playing the key of 1 sharp over it. Okay, let's move on to this right here. We're going to play C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, and C. And let's if you play those notes, C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat, there's only one key up there that they all can figure into. And I'll bet by now you've already figured it out. Positive you need to, if you want to figure it out, but the answer is it's in the key of F, the key of 1 flat. So when we play these notes, we are playing from the key of 1 flat, and we are treating that C chord as if it's the 5 chord, aren't we? We're looking at it and saying, oh, we're going to treat it like it's in the key of F. And we're just playing the C chord only. But the notes we're going to choose from are treating it as if it's the 5 chord out of the key of F. Okay, so let's keep on moving. All right, that gives you kind of a happy blues sound over a C chord. So, let's keep on moving now. All right, just a quick little overall review. The pentatonic scale, C major pentatonic, is found in all 3 of those keys, C, D, E, G, A. You cannot tell which key it's in if you only play those notes over a C chord, because they're found, those 5 notes are found in all 3. What you have to start doing is figure out what kind of F, whether it's F natural or F sharp, and what kind of B, whether it's B natural or B flat. And different configurations will give you each mode. So play the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B over a C major chord, and you are playing the Ionian mode. A very happy, cheerful sound. Okay, over a C major chord, if you change one of those notes, so if you've got C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, we are treating the C chord as if it's coming out of the key of G, like it's the 4 chord. Okay? So that will give you a dreamy Lydian sound. Then we talked about playing the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B flat over a C major chord. You are treating that C major chord as if it is the 5 chord of the key of F. So that is C Mixolydian. All right, I have a new analogy for you here. In this analogy, the only chord being played is a C major chord. So let's look at it from that perspective for starters. Now let's imagine 3 different pasta dishes. We've got the key of C, which is Italian pasta, the key of G, which is Chinese pasta, like Chinese noodles, like lo mein. Key of F, good old American mac and cheese. So, 3 different kinds of pasta. C is Italian, G is Chinese, F is mac and cheese, American style. Even though these cuisines are very different, they all start with the same basic noodles. Those noodles are the C major pentatonic scale, the notes C, D, E, G, and A. Those 5 notes are found in all 3 keys. Just look above. See that? There you go. This is just plain pasta. No sauce, no seasoning, no added flavors yet. If you only play these 5 notes over a C major chord, you cannot tell what key or mode you're in yet. Those notes all exist in C major, G major, F major. So at this stage, nothing gives the music its true identity yet, as far as your selection of the notes that you're playing over that C major chord. Time to add some flavor, the garlic, also known as the B note. So let's add the note B. The key of C has a B note. The key of G has a B note. The key of F does not have a B. It has B flat instead. So remember, C is Italian, G is Chinese, mac and cheese is key of F. So, with that, you can already tell. Italian pasta has garlic. Chinese pasta has garlic. Mac and cheese does not have garlic. The moment you hear a B natural, you've ruled out the key of F immediately. Now, your music could either be in the key of C or the key of G. The cheese, the F note. Now, let's add F. So, if C has F and F has an F, the key of G does not have an F, because it has an F sharp instead. So let's compare that to our pasta analogy. Italian pasta, C, has cheese, so it has an F note. Mac and cheese obviously has cheese, so the key of F also has an F note. Chinese pasta has no cheese at all. There is no F note in the key of G, because it has F sharp. The instant you hear a natural F, you've ruled out the key of G. It can only be in the key of C or the key of F. So, in summary, pentatonic notes only. Those notes are C, D, E, G, A. It could be in C, could be in G, could be in F. All 3 keys share those 5 notes. Add a B note, and you know it's not the key of F. It's going to only be either the key of C or the key of G. Add an F note, you know it's not the key of G. It's only going to be the key of C or the key of F. Hear both B and F, you are definitely in the key of C. So, pentatonic equals bass flavor, the pasta. B equals garlic. It's only found in the keys of C and G. F equals cheese. C and F keys only. Both together, unmistakably, the key of C. So, the big teaching point out of all this, the pentatonic scale alone does not define the key. The major pentatonic in this case, of course. The half-step identity tones, B and F, are what really reveal where you are. Just like the pasta alone doesn't tell you what cuisine you're eating, the seasoning does. So, I know that there's been a lot of information in this video, so depending on where you are, you might want to kind of digest it slowly and think about it again, maybe watch the video over, give it a bit of time. I have been there. I know what it's like when you start learning a concept that you don't know yet. It doesn't even have to be music. And at first, you're kind of scratching your head, trying to just read it over and say, wait a minute, okay, this fits, that doesn't fit. Takes a little bit of time, but when I say time, that time only matters as long as you're spending time on it. If you just sit there like a goon, nothing's going to happen. So, keep looking at this stuff, keep analyzing, keep examining, and it will begin to gel and make sense. So the more you put into it, the more sense it will make. And, check out other people's explanations, not just mine. You'll kind of come up with your own theory of how all this works. I think that would be very helpful to you. Okay, well, thank you very much, and I hope this helps. Plenty more coming from me. If you are looking to further excel your music theory basics and understandings, I've got a book that you might want to check out. It's an ebook. It is called the 90-Minute Music Theory Crash Course. Transform your understanding fast and step by step. It's a bit over 200 pages, but I'll tell you, some of the pages will take you about 10 seconds. That's the point of the step-by-step method that I'm taking. You don't have to move on until you are pretty well understanding of what's just happened. So check it out. It is available on Amazon.